Hey everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with JediInsider.com, your #1 news source for everything Star Wars. And for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new release Star Wars The Black Series 3 1/4 inch scale Force Awakens Han Solo figure from Hasbro. Now this figure, which is a Walmart exclusive, comes packaged in the same style of packaging we've seen with all the Black Series figures. You've got the black box, the Black Series logo up at the top, the figure's clearly displayed in the window box packaging, and then down below you have the name and an image of the character. On the side of the packaging you have that red border and the name. There's no numbering on this because it is a 3 1/4 inch scale figure. And then on the back of the packaging we have a brief bio in multiple languages. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Here's a look at the figure outside of the packaging. Now this figure is based on the winter gear that Han Solo wore in The Force Awakens when they were on the Starkiller base. He only has this coat on for a few minutes in the movie, and basically it's the same outfit he wears in the rest of the movie. It's just he's got this winter coat and gloves on and a scarf. So it is a little bit of an odd choice to go with this one as opposed to the regular version. We do have a 5 points of articulated regular version, but I would have liked to have seen a more articulated Black Series version of that regular Han Solo before we got this winter gear version, because again he only wears this for a few minutes in the movie. That being said, the overall figure looks pretty good. The figure only comes with one accessory. It comes with his blaster, and I like the detailing on the blaster. You've got the brown handle, you've got the scope, and you've got some silver washwork on it to give it that metallic look, which I think looks pretty good. He can hold the gun in both hands. You can put it in the left hand, and you can get it in the right hand. He holds it better for the right hand because he's got a trigger finger, so you can see you can slip the finger there through the hole on the gun, so he definitely holds it better in the right hand. Now one thing I want to note on the hands, you'll notice that he's got hinges on the hands on the upper part of the hands, and you'll see that the paint, the brown paint of the gloves have rubbed off there on the hinge joint, so you see blue coming through on both hands. He's got a working gun holster. The holster itself is a separate piece that's underneath the jacket. It's glued on there, but it is an actual separate piece, not just sculpted on there. The gun is made with a kind of soft rubber material, so when you go to put the gun in the holster, that barrel does have a tendency to kind of catch on the holster and bend a bit, so you got to be careful. But once you get it in there, it does fit in there pretty tight, so you don't have to worry about it falling out. The overall figure itself, I think, looks pretty good. Now he's wearing this jacket, this winter jacket that you see him wearing in the movie, and it's got the hood on the back, which is just sculpted. The jacket itself is just kind of that vinyl material like we see with capes and stuff, and it's a separate piece from the rest of the figure. You can see the white shirt underneath there. You can also see it from the side, unfortunately, because the sleeves of the jacket are sculpted on, so you get that break between the shoulder and the rest of the jacket there, so you can kind of see white in between the two from the side. You've got the little cream scarf and then the beige collar, the inner collar of the jacket, which I think looks pretty good. You've got the little clips for the jacket. The jacket is basically zipped up, so you can't open the jacket or anything like that. And then he's got these little things on his chest that you see on both this jacket and the regular jacket that he wears throughout the movie. I'm not sure if these are supposed to be magazines or power cells for his blaster or what. You've got the brown gloves, which he has when you first see him there on the Starkiller base. And then, as I mentioned, he's got the gun belt underneath with just the brown pants and the brown boots. On the back, you've got some nice sculpting on the jacket for wrinkles and everything. The face sculpt's okay. It's not great. I actually think the face sculpt on the regular Han Solo with the 5 points of articulation looks a little more like Harrison Ford. Neither one are dead on, but I think this one looks a little closer to the actor. Also, this one has the more gray on the hair. This one has hardly any gray in his hair. In the movie, he definitely had much more gray. On this figure, it's more brown. Very similar to like we saw with the 6-inch figure. I don't know if they didn't want to insult Harrison Ford or what, but they should have definitely given the figure more gray hair. So the figure stands at just about 3 1/4 inches tall. And here's a comparison again with the 5 points of articulated regular Han Solo from Force Awakens, and these two are about the same height. And then here is the Hoth Han Solo from Empire Strikes Back, and this one's a little bit taller. And if you're wondering if you can stick the head from that 5 points of articulated figure on this one, the answer is technically you can, but the hole on this head is much bigger than the ball joint, so it's going to fit on there loosely. Articulation is pretty standard with what we've been seeing with these figures. The head, you can turn left and you can turn right. He really doesn't have any up or down movement with the head. Arms attached with your standard ball hinge joint so you can get the arm all the way out. He's got good rotation there. He's got a single hinged elbow, but he can bend it pretty good. He's also got swivels there at the elbow. He's got swivels at the wrist, and then he's got the hinges on the top of the hand, so he's got the up and down movement there. He's got a waist swivel, but no kind of ab crunch, and the waist swivel is limited a little bit by the jacket, especially if you have the gun in the holster, it kind of catches, but he does have waist swivel there. You can, he's got the hinge joints for the legs, so you can do the splits about that much with the jacket, and then you can get the leg forward about that much. And you can't really do the leg back very much. You've also got a rotation there where the leg meets the waist area. You've got a single hinged knee, so he can bend his knee about that much. He's also got rotation there at the knee. He's got hinges on the feet, so he's got good up and down movement, and he's got rotation, but he doesn't have ankle pivot, and 2 peg holes on the bottom of his feet. Okay, so that's my review. Overall, I would say this is an okay figure. I would have definitely rather seen the regular Han Solo in the Black Series with the more articulation before getting this version. Also, the face sculpt is not quite as good as the regular 5 points of articulated version, but otherwise, it's a decent figure. I mean, it looks pretty good for what it is with the winter jacket and everything on there. But again, I would have just rather seen the Han Solo, the regular Han Solo, with multiple points of articulation before we start getting variants like this. So this figure is hitting shelves now. It's a Walmart exclusive. We'll have a full gallery of images up at JediInsider.com. There's a link in the description below. As always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. Also, if you haven't already, please follow me on my Facebook and or Twitter pages. I'll have links to those in the video description as well below. And until next time, I'll catch you later.